Hi, everybody. My name is Samuel Durbridge. I also call myself Samuel Spirit. I've also been many different other names on different YouTube channels, but this is my current YouTube channel, first video I'm going to do. I do have a Telegram channel, and in the comments or in the description, either or, I will put information on the channel of Telegram for you to see. I wanted you to know that I care and I'm all about meditation and everything. A little bit of history for me. I consider myself an awakened one, but I'm also an earth angel and a chosen one. Now, I have always been told growing up that I was always a chosen one of some kind, but in the religion I grew up in that I left due to what I found out that they weren't the right belief system for me, nor are they telling the full truth. They were hiding things from their members and everybody, and then I realized that they're connected to the Illuminati system, Masonry, and whatever, Shadow Government, New World Order, acting like they're against them, but still being part of them, and so on and so forth. There's so much stuff that I found out since 2015, but 2019 is when I left that church and became my own minister. I've done some videos on other channels, but this is pretty much the channel I'm going to stay with. And it's for those that get drawn to this or spiritually get drawn to this particular one. This is my more up to date ones. The other ones were part of my transition into figuring myself out. This is one I want to keep as for me. I also got a new awesome device that just kind of came into my life and then a miracle to help me get it. And there's been a lot of miracles that have been happening, but there's also been opposition of people misinterpreting me, neighbors and more, and others, but they don't mean to. Not all of them realize what they're doing. And when people mess with an earth angel, you don't want to do that. We're not going to do anything to you. It's the spirits of spiritual protection and others that will backfire on those people with karma or dharma or whatever. It's more, we're here to bring people into a better way of being, either into a new earth or whatever, or to let you be aware of dreams that we had, premonitions we've had. I've had several premonitions. I've shared it on a channel on Telegram. I don't generally do videos because I don't have devices that allow me to do a lot of video recording, because then it fills up the memory on my devices, and I'm trying to keep this one short because I don't know if it will or won't. But I wanted to welcome you and tell you, I'm aware of about rune codes. See, there's Faru. I think this one's called Athala, but it's like a fish kind of thing for material wealth, um, to manifest material things in the world, but that you would need in food and other things, resources. And then this one's for Wonjo, which brings up peace and success. So Faru, this is the symbol that they put in shows like, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, or whatever. If you've seen the Hobbit movie, when Gandalf put the symbol on the door, there you go. So, but this is an ancient rune code connected to like, I want to say like Odin and Thor and all of them, mythology, but it's basically connected to different ancient Sanskrit and other connections as well. But there's codes connection to different um, rune codes. They all have different meanings. Feru is for financial success and that you're declaring yourself a sovereign, basically. And then this is a really powerful symbol that's actually increased on my head here and there from, I believe, Source or Christ consciousness as a protection for me to declare what I am, which is actually considered a symbol of, uh, it's called So Willow. And I have a rune book that I went on a walkabout a few years ago and got into this. This other stuff is just binary code, I want to say, or special coding if we're in a Matrix crazy world or Truman Show world or whatever, or program 00101110. A guy brought that up and I got drawn to him, and he brings up Earth numbers and all of that. And he said you need to say these numbers a certain amount of times, and then it allows you to have like telepathic connections. And it also gets rid of people who are toxic or scary or glitches them if they try to come after you and say, oh, you're not perfect unless you're part of this religion or that. So I want people to be clear in my heart that I care about all individuals, but I'm not part of any religion other than being my own sovereign or my own minister of ulc.org. And I have a Twitter channel as well. Um, I'm Samuel Stephen Durbidge with a PH for Stephen, and it's all connected to um, lots of different connections of my journey. That I am a minister, but I'm not really. I only did it for my own protection to leave the religion I was in, so I could worship by law my own way of belief system back in 2019 when I became one on the 2nd of December 2019, and there's a connection to Hebrew 11, and the verses are basically connected to my age. I'm 39 years old. It's 2024 year, but again, we're in March. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of changes. I also want people to know I'm all about meditation and everything. You can see my crystal staff in the background that I got from a premonition dream that I got drawn to. I didn't even know I would get there and stuff. And then different things that people gave me, even that Batman and others of people that said that they were spiritual too, and other stuff from different crystal stores and stuff. But I'm in Bountiful, Utah. I don't generally share my information out that often, but I'm just letting you know that I'm a chosen one. I am a earth angel. I have a lot of protection. Yes, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened to me since birth because they've tried to kill me off since birth. But now I'm starting to get a lot more protection than I was before. And I've noticed that when anybody tries to do something, something does affect them, and it's affecting them even more when they try. So I also got a staff there with some other runes or other connected, and a lucky horseshoe. Used to be on a horse that was in a popular show called the Monroe Family, like a really old ranch show or something. I want to say maybe in the 80s, 90s, maybe. Could have been 70s, I don't know. But it was basically an agnostic preacher neighbor and some um, family that were like an older, like kind of close to the same age, but an adult, barely adult, that's raising foster brothers and sisters or whatever because they don't have anybody. And I've never seen the show, but according to the guy who made the staff, Hyde, who is a vendor at Evermore, Evermore is a park in, I want to say, Pleasant View or Pleasant, I think it's Pleasant View, um, down in southern Utah, close to where Provo is, but not quite there. But it's a park that's a Renaissance Fair type of park that I went to. Anyway, one of the vendors, he made that staff. Now, a few blocks away from there, at Wandering Stones, is where I got the crystal staff. So the one with the horseshoe I got from Hyde, the friend of I still consider him a friend, who makes staffs and everything, and he's a cool dude. But he's done other things too with antlers of deer that would fall off the deers and stuff, and then he would use leather if any of them died or whatever he chooses to do. But I'm an organic vegan. I don't eat meat or anything like that because I woke up to I had cancer and reversed it and realized what's going on. I got drawn to a pathologist guy or blood doctor type of dude or whatever he's called, that he was attacked by the Qualls and stuff for telling the truth to natives and others, where he found out if you go raw vegan, and I do more raw vegan frugivore, I do like superfood, but now they're trying to mess with all the foods and everything. And so we awakened ones are here to make the earth green again and the Hopi prophecy and other stuff. I don't believe or disbelieve any of these things. I just caught on to a lot of this stuff and see that there's something to it. There is something going on. I used to be way into manifesting and law of attraction. I still kind of am, but now I do self care, self love, self worth practices. Now, the crystal up here that my thumb is pointing to, um, that that crystal is a smoky quartz crystal, and it gets rid of negative energy of anybody that sees it, touches it, or is around it or near. And so it's on a scooter chair that I have due to I've had back surgery, so I have metal in my back and leg, and I don't believe in doing surgeries or having metal or foreign objects in the body anymore. And so I have to work around all that stuff that's been done to my teeth or whatever. And I just choose to meditate and care. I grow out my hair for the purpose of meditation. It's supposed to strengthen your organs and stuff. And I have underdeveloped and overdeveloped due to the system and the jabs at birth. I don't do jabs or vaccines or anything anymore just because of what they actually are. And it's in the words. Break down words because words are spells. Prayers, whatever you think, say, feel about someone, you create that in your reality. So I've started to be a lot more um, how somber or more kept to myself, more hermit mode. I rarely like to communicate with anybody that plays both sides, and it's really not always that easy being around neighbors who are smokers, and I'm not drinkers, but they also um, are embellishers, and they play both sides or try to turn everybody against each other as if someone's telling them to. But I've had many times where I've sent good energy to try to protect different ones, different people, mostly all of them if I felt to do so. So a lot of them take me for granted. They don't realize the things that I've actually went through to try to help them wake up through just believing that they can and knowing. But a lot of them want to be their own self, and they always want to be right over any information I would try to give. So I just don't try to give any information to any of them anymore because they're not really doing it for the right reasons all the time. And it's not necessarily all their fault. A lot of them have been abused or have a lot of issues. And so they're doing what they think that keeps them surviving. Some of them want to be handlers over me when they shouldn't be, nor do I consent to that. I do not, nor to anybody else. I am my own sovereign. I'm my own minister. I'm my own. I follow unable rights of the original constitutional law, where I don't believe in sufferance for anybody. If you cause sufferance by contract or not, it is a felony and a fraud, knowingly or unknowingly doing that to someone. And so I stand by freedom and divine freedoms and rights. And so I'm starting to feel this really good energy to share my truth and get out there now that I have this new device. So I might do a couple videos here and there. I'll try not to keep them too long, but I just felt like I needed to do this today. I haven't done a video in a very long time, and I felt good about it today. I just felt I need to share my truth. I need to be that earth angel that I am, and to put a new video, start this new setup, and get the information so that people can be aware that there's someone out there that is still enduring the best he can, that I'm at least letting people know so that you have a chance. There's stuff that's supposed to happen April 8th. We're still March. We still have like before, a week or two, week and a half before it even gets to that date time frame. But there's a lot of stuff that I've been having to do in my apartment to organize and change to be ready for them to change plugs and things in my place or outlets. So I'm just trying to figure out what. And sorry, I'm just looking at one of the outlets there. Just different places, and I'm not sure where they're going to do it at. They gave us a list of what, but it sometimes gets confusing. So I did what I thought is the area that they're going to be doing them in. If they're going to do it in other areas, I'll just have to move stuff around whenever they need me to and try to be respectful. It's really not that easy for us Earth Angels and chosen ones when we're trying to keep the peace and everybody's trying to be quick, and we have to be careful because of what's been done to us and our physical health, especially those of us that are disabled and have physical health, but we're trying to heal ourselves. We're trying to do those things, and we're master boosters and healers. My blood type is B negative blood, which is Divine Master Healer Booster, and is kind of water essence. So, water studies, spiritual studies, energy studies, 369, answers to the universe. That's all that I'm aware of. I have tuning forks, Ophico frequencies. I have healing Tibetan bowls, all sorts of stuff. I've done frequency videos in the past, but I'm mostly going to keep that to channels. I had a podcast through Anchor, and it's on Stitchers and other places, but that got shut down because of someone falsely representing my um, my information as if I was taking it from them because I brought up map of consciousness and I was doing it for my heart, but I would still have a lot of healing I was going through, a lot of soul searching, trying to figure out who I am, what I want to be. I just got drawn to a lot of good spiritual information today about being the chosen ones and being earth angels and how to handle what's been done to us and that we're actually more protected than we have thought that we have been. Well, I believe that that's because the change has finally happened where I'm in the reality where we're now protected. And I've been in realities before where I wasn't as much. I still was, but now I feel like now because of the energies shifting and things are occurring because of my heart, it's all about what you say to yourself in your heart. Some of you are going to get drawn to me and be resonated with me. Also, I don't really like to respond to comments too much. Doesn't mean I'll allow them or not. Just because there are those that want to take down those of us and falsely represent us because of us waking up and trying to tell you about our experiences and weird experiences and about my labs and the depopulation agendas, the NASA war plan, the stopthecrime.net knowledge, the idea of what they're injecting with you. You can still try to detox it and do that, but I wouldn't recommend to put any more in you. If you don't know what you're putting in your body, don't do it. But follow what you feel you should do in your heart. Don't follow what I or anybody else tells you. That's up to you. You need to decide if you resonate with it. You need to take responsibility for you and your heart. And that's what I do for me. So there's a lot that I've been dealing with, and I've been learning to resonate and do what I know that I need to in my heart. Anyway, grace be with you. Take care. I just want you all to know that I really care. And again, I'm all about self eco frequencies and more. And I'm going to try to strategically turn this video or stop this video at a particular time so that we can have the right frequency that I'm wanting. But either way, whatever it puts on there is a healing frequency that I want it to be. So grace be with you. Take care. Thank you for enjoying the shift. I'm going to put my Telegram information either in the comments or in the description and more. Grace be with you. Take care all.